We're back. I sound like I have a smoker's voice.
You sound like Tara Reid or Lindsay Lohan, one of those in that persuasion.
I don't like any of them.
Looking great. Anyway.
Anyways, I've been sick,
Yeah.
but I'm back and we're doing it.
All right. So
You know, a lot of people think that this kind of voice is sexy.
I know. That's what like got Tara Reid and all these like ladies, you know.
I think I sound like a smoker.
I think you're being a little hard on yourself. Anyway, so we haven't recorded
This room has
in quite a bit.
This broom bothers me, the floor, because I
Yeah.
just like slide away.
Yeah, I'm always sliding too. And at least you don't have the little rollerblader wheels that I have on this
Yeah,
one.
true,
But I'm just like,
No, yeah, you glide. She's just gliding around the room. She's like twirling.
all of a sudden
behind
I'm
me.
talking over here and like,
Yeah.
how did I get here? Anyway.
Anyways, so we're back.
Yes. And we're going to go ahead and kick off today with the September recap.
Yes, my favorite thing to do.
This one was hard to trim down. There was so much that came out, like a lot to talk about. I tried to trim it down to the ones that you probably all heard of the most, the peeps. So anyways, and if we missed one, let us know.
Yes.
But
Sorry, everyone. I'm gonna talk like this for the rest of the day. So,
maybe people like it. Maybe it's
I
like
know.
the new
It's
thing.
like my new persona. What should I name myself?
Okay. No.
Thinking something
It's got to be something sultry.
sultry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like a vixen type of name. Like Natasha.
I don't like it.
God damn it.
No offense to Natasha's. It's
yeah.
just not me.
Sasha. No. Chloe?
No.
No, that's too. I'm trying to.
Amara.
Coño.
All right.
That's
This is Amara's voice.
Amara. Okay.
I don't even know where I got that. But
Yeah, where did you get that
have no
from? That
idea.
is like.
it just came to me.
That is a very sultry name.
All right, let's do this.
What's your name?
Amara. I actually did not try. That was fully what my voice sounds like right now.
It came up fantastic.
I have not had a voice this whole entire month. I went like 2 weeks without a voice. I got better, and then now I'm sick again. But anyways, okay, we're here. Back to September recap. We are,
You're going to start off with the first one.
yes, we're going to start off with Parkinson's may begin in the gut. Study says, adding to growing evidence. This is by Mary Kim on September 5th, 2024 on the Washington Post. So the article discusses new research suggesting a connection between Parkinson's disease and the gut. So scientists have long suspected that Parkinson's may start in the digestive system before really reaching the brain. The study found that certain proteins related to the disease, Parkinson's in specific, can travel from the gut to the brain, potentially offering new ways to diagnose and treat Parkinson's earlier. This could lead to really big breakthroughs in understanding how our gut health impacts neurological diseases like Parkinson's. And kind of the trend in medicine is usually when you find something with one thing, you start looking at the other thing.
It's kind of like a domino effect.
It's like a domino effect, exactly. Well, if this works for this, well, then maybe we can make it work for this.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. And that ties in
that's very interesting.
really cool to our episode on the mind-gut connection.
Yeah,
And it's exactly that. Like how people started looking at, hey, what connections are there with the mind and the gut? And then it's just ever since they started looking into that, all these things have been coming out.
I know. And I
It's
love
crazy.
it.
Yeah.
I love anything that has to do with gut, microbiome, all of that, the flora, all of that.
It's huge. I feel like every recap I've had to like mention it at least once.
Yes. And we should do a mind gut connection part 2.
Yeah, we probably should. Let us know if you guys want to hear that.
Yes.
So there, all right. Kids using lotions have higher levels of hormone disrupting toxins. So this was a study, and then it's reported by Tom Perkins on September 14th on The Guardian. So a recent study found that children who use personal care products like lotions and shampoos have higher levels of harmful chemicals called phthalates in their bodies. Phthalates are used to make products smell good or last longer, but they can disrupt hormones, potentially leading to reproductive and metabolic health issues. The research... This is why I like to have my coffee before.
You really want to do it.
It's okay. The research suggests that these chemicals...
I saw you clearing your phone. I was like, okay, anyways.
You're like sympathetically trying to like...
I'm like, but that looks like that feels good. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a little better. Anyway. So the research suggests that these chemicals might affect the kid's development and health, which is concerning because phthalates are found in everyday products. Experts recommend looking for personal care items labeled as phthalate free to reduce exposure to these harmful chemicals.
But I love that. So this is like a huge trend.
It is.
And how, microplastics. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
You've done research on it. So microplastics, aerosolized toxins, all these things that can actually have some sort of impact on our hormones. And it's so kind of like up in the air. There obviously needs to be more research into it so that we can actually have some definitive things to come out and like say bold statements. But it's so crazy how so many things are just being found. And I can't help but like think I feel like in just like in the years to come, we're going to be making like crazy recommendations.
Yeah.
And we're going to look back on this podcast and we're going to be like, oh my God.
Remember when we talked about that?
Yeah.
I know, I'm telling you. And then if you start thinking about all of these conditions, like now with our age, are like, we're 35, but still like from 35 onwards to like 40s and stuff, we're seeing all these cancers that weren't prevalent in that age range. And now there's a massive spike in them.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, like retrospectively, is it because of things like this?
Yeah.
That we were using as we were kids and whatever, this generation at least. So there's so much like retrospectively that we're seeing now. We're like, wait a minute, maybe that's got to be coming from somewhere. This yike is coming from somewhere, right? So yeah, it's interesting. All the plastics we use. I mean, back then when we were kids, like in the 90s and whatever, we didn't give a crap about plastics or none of these chemicals. Like this was never even spoken about.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah. All right. So this is something that hits home to me because I definitely had this.
We all
Pregnancy
did.
brain.
Oh, God.
Pregnancy brain changes revealed in detailed scans. This is by Philippa Roxby on BBC News. This was published on September 16, 2024.
I mean, I'm glad that it's by a woman because like, it's like, I'm showing you proof.
Yeah.
Okay. That
It's a real thing.
It's a real freaking thing.
So recent research has shown that pregnancy leads to noticeable changes in the brain. So scans of neuroscientist's brain during her pregnancy revealed a decrease in gray matter, which manages memories and emotions, while the white matter connections essential for communication between brain regions improved. So these changes may help mothers become more sensitive to their baby's needs. And the study aims to shed light on how pregnancy affects the brain function and may lead to better understanding conditions like postpartum depression and other pregnancy-related health issues, which is so crazy. Like how your body, we know like all the hormone changes during pregnancy and we're discovering new ones all the time. And now we're like finally starting to see some science behind she's pregnant, she's just hormonal, or she's pregnant, don't piss her off.
How it actually affects your brain.
Yeah, exactly. On how it actually affects your brain. And what is so cool is how we can see, and I hope that they do multiple scans on more women, right? So that we can get more information. But it's so crazy how the changes in the actual brain structure and how it like heightens things that like the brain is prioritizing baby, right? So it's like, forget all this fluff information. You don't need to know that, not important. This is important.
Yep.
Insane.
It is. It's just the body is insane. Anyway, so turmeric, ashwagandha. There you go. And 4 other herbal supplements that could be damaging your liver by Maggie O'Neill, published on September 16th on health.com. So a recent report highlights the potential risks of herbal supplements, including liver damage. Many people take supplements like turmeric, green tea extract, and ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
God damn it. For their health benefits.
5 times a charm.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I gave up on that. These products can sometimes cause serious liver issues like jaundice and liver failure, especially when taken in large amounts or combined with other substances. So the supplement industry is not tightly regulated, meaning customers might not always know what's in these products or the exact risks that they pose. Research has shown that liver injuries tied to supplements have increased, jumping from 7% of all drug-induced liver injuries in 2004 to 20% in recent years. Products marketed as quote-unquote natural can still be harmful, and adds some ingredients may not be safe for everyone, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions. So experts recommend consulting a healthcare provider before taking any supplements, especially if you're already taking other medications. It's also important to share details about your supplement use with your doctors to help identify any potential liver problems early.
Yeah, and just like a word to the wise, there are so many
So
supplements
many, so
out
many.
there.
And it's like such a huge business right now.
It is a huge business,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And it has great marketing, right? So it is, and it's not regulated. So when it's not regulated,
problem,
you have more money to do because we don't
marketing.
have to go through all this like regulation stuff. So you have more money to do the marketing and it like really gets into people. And I'm not saying that all supplements are bad, but some of them are largely unnecessary.
Yeah.
And also, like, just if you're gonna go to your doctor to talk about the supplement, probably send them a message, like at a time, like, hey, I want to discuss specifically this supplement.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you can come to me and be like, hey, doc, like, I heard that this is good for this. And it's just like, there's not a lot of research, right, into a lot of these supplements. Yeah, you might have like some studies here and there. And yes, it probably came from PubMed, but that doesn't mean that there's like strong research behind it.
Robust.
Robust, exactly. So it's like, yes, like
Yeah.
bring your questions and all of that, give them a heads up so you can have an educated conversation.
100%.
But don't just go to your doctor and be like, I want to talk about this. And when your doctor's like, what is that? Just automatically be like, oh, they don't know anything. You know,
I mean, it's too many to keep up.
No, it's just impossible, right? Like you learned about the supplement by probably a TikTok video.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Most of the time, right? Or Instagram.
There's not one like hour that I am scrolling on either.
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, what have you.
Yeah.
And there isn't like a new one that's either for weight loss or mind clarity
or
ADHD.
memory and this. And actually there's a lot of like ancient science, right, with a lot of these natural supplements and herbs like this, like ashwagandha and turmeric, like all anti-inflammatories and all of those things. But very good for you probably if you incorporate it into your diet, no doubt, probably. But like these specific supplements and products that people sell, it can get a little bit dicey. And also like then it's how are you ingesting it too? It's like what amount from where was it sourced? What is it mixed with? Are you really like the way you're taking it? Is that really how the body absorbs it correctly?
Right.
Or like so there's just so much information. But yeah, you should always just have an educated conversation.
And there's also it's also a chemical reaction that's happening in your gut when let's say you're taking like 10 of these, like you're taking vitamin C, green tea, ashwagandha, turmeric. See, I said it right there. What have you? All of these, and there's so many other ones: copper, magnesium. Blah, blah, blah. You're taking all of these supplements. Let's say just a healthy amount of them, 10 of them.
Yeah.
In one sitting with your coffee or water or whatever it is in the morning. You are literally making a chemical reaction in your stomach.
Just dropped a bomb in your stomach.
Yeah. First of all, probably feels horrible. Second of all, side effects are going to come out of that. And it's probably not the ones that you're thinking of like, oh yeah, turmeric's made for whatever, for antioxidant properties, and green tea is going to give me energy. You're probably going to make something else come out that's not listed in that side effect profile because of the mixture that you're making.
Yeah, and everyone is different. Right?
Exactly.
So you don't know how you're gonna react to something, and
then it might counteract with an important medication that you're actually taking, like for your blood pressure, for your memory, actually for your actual medications.
Yeah, and everything is processed. Like a big part of everything that we ingest is processed through our liver.
Yeah.
So and medications are also like in that category. So if you take something that blocks a specific enzyme in your liver that processes something else, that's actually really, it could be concerning because you're either increasing the dose of something that probably shouldn't be increasing, or you're decreasing the effectiveness of something that's supposed to be effective for you.
Exactly.
So just be careful when you are mixing certain things. Do your research, and obviously if you're not 100% sure, go and talk to someone that knows how to search for evidence-based medicine so that they can give you, hey, this is the evidence behind this. And then you can talk about risk versus benefit.
Yeah, like a perfect example of that is St. John's wort. If you take it while taking oral BC, it decreases your oral birth control. So that's like a perfect example of how these, like something that's an herb, it's a natural herb, is literally affecting your birth control pill.
And then a lot of people are like, oh, but it's natural. It should probably be fine. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's natural. Very happy you got it from your garden. It's
still a chemical.
It's still going to have active properties inside your body that could affect something else.
Yeah, there are poisonous mushrooms out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a poison. I mean, anyway. So, yeah, that's all you.
All right, so high dose ADHD drugs linked to 81% higher psychosis risk, studies warn. So, written by Corey Pelk on September 18th, 2024 on Medical News Today. So, researchers from McLean Hospital in Massachusetts found that individuals prescribed high doses of ADHD medications, specifically amphetamines, which are the stimulants like Adderall, face 81% higher risk of experiencing psychosis compared to those on methylphenidate-based drugs like Ritalin. And those are all the brand names. The psychosis symptoms include hallucinations and delusions, maybe some emotional, volatile emotions. The study advises doctors to monitor patients closely, especially when prescribing higher doses of amphetamines. However, ADHD medications remain important for managing symptoms, and risk of psychosis remains relatively low for most individuals. Obviously, probably because you're not getting super high doses.
Right.
And then always consult with a healthcare provider for guidance. So this happens so much. Sometimes I hear some of the doses that some people are taking.
Scary.
And I'm like, what? How are you not having a heart attack right now?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and then they're like, oh, I have heart palpitations.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you have chest pain. Like,
I'm like, that's the least of your
or
worries
I
right now.
look at a kid's growth curve and they're like plummeting down because they have like no appetite and they're not sleeping. They're losing their hair. But at the end of the day, it's
To make an effort to like stay more this way.
Yeah.
I keep writing, or like
she keeps floating away, twirling away, gliding. But no, and I've had kids with psychosis episodes.
really.
Yes, all the time. And I just take care of kids, right? Like, but
boy.
adults too.
Of course.
So it's a stimulant, right? And also, if you have an underlying mental health condition and you give yourself or someone gives you a stimulant,
Yeah.
it's most likely going to amplify that as well.
Right.
So make sure when you are going to see someone, first of all, that they're doing a proper evaluation, right? Just because you go into the doctor and you're like, doc, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, right?
Should be more than that, yeah.
Yes, okay, let's evaluate for that. But there's other things that could be going on. And then just make sure that you're saying your full history, right? Don't be like, no, everything is fine. And then they give you a stimulant and you have a psychosis episode and you're like, well, actually, like 3 years ago, I had this happen to me. And you're like, okay, well, you probably should have told me that. But yeah, with these stimulants, you have to be really careful.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just like, there's so many kids taking them now because of how competitive school has been and everything.
Just so stupid. I don't understand this competitiveness. ADHD has nothing to do with competitiveness.
Well, it's just because they're not focusing when they want them to be focused. And I'm like,
no, I know. I've literally had parents be like, well, they're a B and they need to get an A in order to stay in this program. And then I'm like, that is not a clinical indication for medication.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Can you understand how old this child is? Like, I mean, of course they're not.
I'm like, have you tried tutoring? And they're like, no. And I'm like, have you tried sitting down and doing extra homework to see if we can get them there? No. So what do you want? What do you want to do?
The easy way out, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
And it's not
just
even,
horrible.
it's like, to me, it doesn't even make sense. Like, your goal is to what? To have them concentrate more, to like get a tighter grip on their attention so that, but at risk to other symptoms.
Yeah.
Right? Just because you took Adderall doesn't mean that you're going to learn how to do mathematics all of a sudden.
No.
You're just going to pay attention, right? But that is not the point of the medicine. The medicine is to increase your attention so that you can get through the subjects with addition of environmental changes like tutoring.
Exactly.
You know, it's so crazy to me how some people can just be like, oh,
yeah. And
It's competitive and we need the Adderall.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like we see it more in bigger cities like here, like Miami, I don't know, fucking LA, Chicago, New York, like what have you, right? Where there's like a lot more people. So it's a lot more competitive for these schools, for their kids to stay in or get in or whatever. And then it's just like, okay, go throw anything at it. And I'm like, guys, like these are kids.
Yeah.
You know, and then this is gonna have a negative, probably a negative problem down the road. You know, you're not gonna see it right now, but you don't know in 5 years from now how that's gonna affect their brain.
For sure.
It's scary. But anyway, so your coffee habit may reduce the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Here's how many cups to see benefits. I found this pretty interesting. Yeah, well, what's up? And I'm probably gonna have to get a Celsius
down.
by Lauren Higgins, published on September 19th. So a new study suggests that drinking moderate amounts of caffeine, around 3 cups of coffee or tea a day, may reduce the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and stroke by up to 48%. Caffeine may regulate specific compounds linked to these diseases. However, too much caffeine can still cause issues like high blood pressure. So just because we're saying this doesn't mean that you're going to go now and like just espresso right now or Keurig or whatever it is and have 6 cups of coffee. Anyway, so for those who tolerate caffeine, well, this may be a healthy habit, but it's important to avoid the excessive intake, which I already do excessively because
It's insane how much coffee I drink.
I mean, for me, it's just caffeine because I do it like in coffee and in like Celsius.
Yeah, no, you're crazy. You do like 6 Celsius a day.
No,
2 coffee.
tampoco así. The most I do of Celsius is 3 a day.
What?
That's the most. The most. And I don't do that every day. I don't because then I lose the effects of it.
Plus your coffee.
Oh yeah, no, my coffee doesn't even do anything. My coffee like just gets me to become a human.
She needs to do that like genetic testing
Probably.
to see if like if your like coffee does like anything like how you process certain things.
I probably do because honestly, this just makes me become human. Without it, I'm gonna get a migraine.
Same.
You know that. The rest is just to like.
The last week, whatever, the week that we recorded. Remember how I told her I got sick that night? And I was like throwing up my life away.
Yes.
So I couldn't drink anything. I couldn't do coffee. I couldn't do anything. Right, for 2 days, I didn't eat anything. I could barely chug down water. I had some Gatorade. Okay, I had the worst headache.
Yeah.
In my life.
I could imagine. I can't even like fathom it. I think I'm having like the beginning of a little bit of a migraine because I didn't have my coffee immediately from when I got up and I had the one that you brought me now.
Oh my God.
I think it's horrible. It's horrible. So that's what we mean by excessive intake. Don't do that.
Don't be us.
So yeah, like use us as an example. Don't do that. Anyway, so look, eye drops. So that's up your alley.
I live on eye drops because of my chronic red eyes.
I don't see
People
it.
must think that I like don't sleep.
Well, I
don't
work a
sleep,
lot.
I'm like, I don't
I
sleep.
mean, you're chronically tired, but I don't see it as bad as you. I think you nitpick at it too much.
No, girl,
I don't see it that bad.
I have red eyes. Everyone tells me all the time. They're like, your eyes are so red. And I'm like, I know. It's just,
I don't know. I guess I see you with like rose-colored glasses or something. I don't see it.
thankful.
Anyway,
So, all right. This article, it has like a weird
they could have worded this better.
Yeah, exactly. So eye drop companies and FDA sites, once again. So basically eye drop companies are being monitored by the FDA again.
In particular, one that she's going to mention.
Yeah, exactly. So this is by Christina Fior on MedPage Today, and this was published on September 20th, 2024. So the FDA raised concerns again about Prestige Biotech, an eye drop company that may still be using amniotic fluid in its products. Okay.
Disgusting.
Despite receiving previous warnings. So amniotic fluid, which naturally surrounds your baby. Yeah, I know. I'm like, take a look at those ingredients.
I know. No. This is Bosch and Loom Incorporated, so not biotech.
Yeah, Lumify, sponsor me. I'm using you practically every day. So amniotic fluid, which naturally surrounds the baby during pregnancy, is not approved for use in over-the-counter eye drops.
Why would they do this?
The FDA is now warning the public that using eye drops from Prestige Biotech could pose serious health risks, including infections or other complications. Consumers are urged to check if they're using any eye drops from this company and stop using it immediately. The situation serves as an important reminder to ensure that the products you use are approved and safe by following the health authority guidelines. But my thing is here, why is it that the FDA is like now like, wait a minute, Wait a minute. Is that amniotic fluid that I see there?
I have so many
Like-
questions. One, where are you getting this amniotic fluid from?
Yeah, that's disgusting. I don't know. I don't know how you purify it. It's just
But where are you
disgusting.
getting it from?
Why don't you
Like,
just use normal saline?
I know. Why the
What
amniotic?
could be better than water?
Quick. And why amniotic fluid?
Yeah.
What benefit does that have? It ends up being like shit and piss at the end of it. I'm very confused. Anyway, yeah, that's why I had to put it there because
You
I'm
know
like,
what? I'm just gonna do everyone a favor because that's so disgusting. I'm just gonna, what is it? Biotech stage, biotech eye drops.
I had to include that article there because I'm like, this doesn't make fucking sense. They're the ones that make Clear Eyes. I've used them before.
Eyes. Yeah, I've definitely used them before. Clear eyes. Oh my god, Debrox. I recommend Debrox all the time.
Thera Tears. I've seen that one.
The specific ones are not Clear Eyes.
No, thank God.
Yeah.
Jesus. I was going to be like, how the hell did they make that like over the counter?
Regener eyes and Stimule eyes.
Okay.
So Regener eyes and Stimule eyes. Stay away, throw it away. Wash your eyes. Wash your eyes out.
Yeah, not good. Anyway, so next.
All right.
Multiple reports have found lead in cinnamon. So is it still safe to eat? By Hannah Singleton, published on September 20, 2024 on health.com. So recent reports have raised concerns about lead contamination in cinnamon products. The FDA and consumer reports found that certain ground cinnamon brands, including popular names like Suad, La Fiesta, and Supreme. I know.
La Fiesta.
I actually had it. Hold on. What a name for a cinnamon brand.
La Fiesta.
It's super popular in like Texas and HEB. Did I get rid of it? I probably got rid of it when I saw that. Yeah. Oh no, it's right here.
You cinnamon?
Yeah, I brought it from Texas. So that brand right there, guys. No. There. Yeah. You're so funny. Just randomly has it in her room.
I have it right here.
Hold on.
Next to my pens and papers. Like, okay.
That's classic ADHD right there. Anyway, yeah, I have no reason to have that there. Anyway, so La Fiesta and Supreme Tradition contained elevated levels of lead, which can pose health risks, especially for children and pregnant individuals. Lead can contaminate cinnamon through environmental factors like polluted soil or during processing with contaminated equipment. While no serious health incidents from these products have been reported, prolonged lead exposure can be harmful, leading to cognitive, cardiovascular, and developmental issues. To stay safe, it's recommended to discard any cinnamon products like the one I just showed you.
From her desk. Not in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Just
I'm not sure.
in her desk.
I really have no
I saw
recollection.
you like rummaging over there. I'm like, what is she rummaging for? We're talking about cinnamon.
Yep.
And you popped out with La Fiesta cinnamon.
Exactly that one.
Okay.
That's me. I keep things, entertaining here.
No,
Okay.
I know.
So-
You can find makeup there, pegs,
Oh, yeah.
papers, clips, cinnamon, toys, like little.
Jesus, you're gonna make it sound weird.
No, not. Well, you thought it weird. Everyone knows that you keep all these like little animal toys.
Little chopskis.
Yeah.
Like
My
your-
favorite is Zero.
Yeah.
Zero's cute. Little Zero. I don't know what kind of your Toby's ear thing.
Well, you made it sound like that.
I'm not.
It sounded like that.
I'm not. But anyways, okay.
Jesus Christ, I don't know how we even got there. Anyway,
Yeah.
So to stay safe, it's recommended you discard the cinnamon products from affected brands and avoid foods made with them. Despite these concerns, experts affirm that cinnamon, when uncontaminated, can be part of a healthy diet, offering antioxidant benefits and helping with blood sugar management. So yeah, mostly now in fall, I thought this was important to bring because there's cinnamon in everything. There's cinnamon pumpkin bread. There's it's cinnamon's everywhere in everything you eat these days. So be careful. Get a better one of these brands that's not these.
Yeah.
So I meant to say a brand that's not these. Sorry.
Jules is just, for those of us listening, she's just moving her wrist around.
Yeah, there's a lot happening with my hands
happening
right
with
now.
her hands right now. Calm down. Tie that hand down.
Wow, my ADD is high today. Go.
All right. So antidepressants may help fight brain tumors. This is by Soyan. Sorry. Okay, this is by Soyeon Lee on September 20th, 2024 on Nature Medicine. So this is kind of like cool research coming out. A new study suggests that antidepressant vortioxetine, already approved for use, may be effective against glioblastoma, which is a super scary brain tumor, highly aggressive.
And it's one of those that has had an uptick lately too, unfortunately. It's horrible.
It's terrible. Researchers found that the drug killed tumor cells in lab tests and showed promise in mice. So since vortioxetine can cross the blood-brain barrier, it offers hope for future treatment options. Clinical trials are planned to assess its effectiveness in humans, but experts urge caution until more research is completed. The discovery could lead to safer, more affordable treatments for glioblastoma. So that's
Amazing.
any kind of treatment for that kind of tumor, I'm all for it.
I know, because it's bad. It's
it's
really
a-
bad, guys.
it's a
So
very
the fact that you can have a drug that you can drink to like health that, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really cool. Anyway, so lactate milk voluntarily recalled in 27 states over almond allergen risk. So if you're allergic to almonds or nuts, be careful. By Miss Forbes. I don't know.
Forbes.
Yeah, Miss Forbes. I'm sorry if I'm misgendering you. By Forbes. On September 22nd, 2024 on USA Today. So lactate milk has been recalled in 27 states due to potential contamination with almond. Am I saying that right? Almond?
I say almond.
See, I'm not saying it right. Almond. Almond.
I also realized they say caffeine. Like
Yes.
caffeine. That's what you say.
I know. Somebody mentioned that from the listening to me say it in one of the podcast episodes. I think it was the one of caffeine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Caffeine.
Instead of caffeine, I said caffeine.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Anyway, so with almond, you know why I don't like saying almond? Because I feel like I'm saying like the Miami girl Salmon.
Oh, salmon.
Salmon. So I just say almond, but it's almond.
Yeah, it's almond.
And now it's losing on me.
I mean, that's kind of like, tomato. Like people say caramel and caramel.
Well, no, people take it very serious if you say pecan or pecan. People take that so serious. When we were in Texas,
Yeah.
I almost got crucified.
Really?
Oh,
You
yeah.
say pecan?
By an actual friend of mine. She's like, "You're not peeing in a can." And I'm like, I am so fucking sorry. She's like,
gosh.
here in the South, it's pecan. And I'm like, I'm more South than you, technically. But, I mean,
And
Miami.
she was your friend?
Yeah, no, but she's just like that. I love her either way. She's just very blunt.
Oh my goodness. I would have answered her something real cute.
Now you're getting defensive.
I know.
Now you're getting defensive for me. No, it's
You're
okay.
not peeing in a can. Well, what? That has nothing to do with pecan pie. You say pecan pie.
Yeah, that's.
I say pecan, but
Yeah, I don't know. I've always said pecan pie, and I know it's like weird.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah, so almond, which was not listed on the label. This poses a serious risk for individuals with tree nut allergies. So the recall affects 96-ounce containers of various lactate products, including whole milk, 2% milk, 1% milk, fat-free milk, and calcium-enriched milk. Consumers should check the containers for the code 51. I'll put it right here for those of you that are watching on YouTube. 51-4109P2 and the following expiration dates. So for whole milk, November 22nd, 2024 to December 4th, 2024. For 2% milk, November 23rd, 2024 to December 4th of this year. All of these are this year. For 1% milk, November 24th to December 5th. Fat-free milk, November 24th to November 25th. And the 2% calcium-enriched milk, December 1st, 2024. These products were distributed between September 5th and September 18th to stores in the states including New York, Florida, Texas, and more. So if you have any of these products, you should return them for a refund or contact HP Hood LLC at 800-242-2423. Definitely be careful if you have a nut allergy. That's not a joke. And it comes from milk. You would never even think. So definitely check that out thoroughly if you have one of those allergies.
All right, so common diabetes drug may help slow organ aging, monkey study shows. So this is written by Paul Ian Cross, PhD, on September 22nd, 2024 on Medical News Today. The recent study conducted on monkeys has shown that metformin, a very common drug that we use to treat type 2 diabetes, might also have an anti-aging effect on various organs, including the brain, kidneys, and the skin. In the study, the monkeys given metformin over 40 months experienced slower aging, with some organs appearing to age several years less than expected. The most exciting finding was the impact that it had on the brain, where signs of aging were reduced by equivalent to up to 6 years. This suggests that metformin could help protect the brain function and potentially improve cognitive abilities. These results are promising, but more research is needed, particularly in humans, and to determine the anti-aging effects that will translate across species. While this research is still in the early stages, it opens up a lot of possibilities for using metformin beyond diabetes treatments and potentially offering a new way to slow down age-related diseases and promote healthier aging. For the diarrhea that it gives you, I mean, I think that's which one's worse, aging or diarrhea? I'll take the diarrhea. If it stops aging for 6 years, yeah.
Damn, that okay, these diabetes drugs, like they're just like the new, it's like you had said in one of these previous news things that we were talking about, like how there's a cascade of like things. They found the weight loss thing from these diabetes medications, and now they're finding all these other things.
Yeah.
Like every time I do a recap, there's something new on either GLPs or just diabetes meds in general.
Please.
Like metformin, that's been used like forever. Like you're telling me it's helping you with aging?
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Well, there was like metformin episode, one of our first episodes that we saw that it was also helping out in colon cancer.
Exactly.
So
It's just insane.
yeah,
You know, and
it's a flashback. That's when we were like in my house, when it was still under construction.
Anyways, yeah, check those
A long way, guys. It's come a long way.
Yeah, check those things, those episodes out. It might be on Patreon too, which also check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Funny Medicine Podcast. Support us there.
Yeah, and our merch.
Yes, check out our merch. Meets out there. I love it. Oh, the cap is out.
The cap.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a cap.
Yes, we got a cap now. Woo. Super cute. Anyways, I haven't gotten it yet in that.
I want to do a little cap with a flamingo.
Yes, more designs are coming.
Yes.
We are shopping it. It's just September has been crazy for both of us.
For both of us, yeah.
So
Literally something to do every single week.
But I really promise that by December, I will have another design.
Maybe we should have like a limited edition Halloween.
Oh, we are 100%. No, for Halloween, I'm already too late. I feel like I'm too late because by the time I send it to production and stuff.
Oh,
But for Christmas, 100%.
oh my God, how funny.
Stay tuned. Anyway.
So free COVID tests are back for fall 2024. Here's how to get yours. So this is by Amber Brenza on September 23rd, 2024 on health.com. So the U.S. government is once again offering free at-home COVID-19 tests this fall. Starting at the end of September 2024, every household can order 4 free tests through the website covidtest.gov.
I already did it.
I actually need to do this. These tests are FDA approved and designed to detect all current variants of the virus. You can expect your test to arrive within 7 to 12 days after ordering it. They are a convenient way to test if you have COVID, especially before attending gatherings or after showing symptoms, which I think this is amazing because every single time that I've gotten COVID, it is after a Thanksgiving or a Christmas or a New Year's party.
Of course. It's like the flu now, you know?
Yeah.
And if it's free, guys, this is free.
Yeah,
Why not
just have it at home?
Just have it. You feel a little, like, what is it? Yeah. Pop it out.
Yeah. So this initiative is part of the government's continued efforts to manage the spread of COVID-19 with the test being usable through the end of 2024. If you want to prepare for the winter season, having these tests on hand can really help you stay on top of your health and reduce the risk of spreading the virus to other people.
Yeah. I think
Especially if you have like kids
kiddos
or
too. Yeah.
adolescents,
For
older people.
Important. And I mean, guys, it's free. I already got mine. It was the easiest thing to do. Go to that website. I will put it here again. And it's literally took me a second because it's only your name and your address.
And that's it.
And I have them. I have the 4 of them there. Will I use it? I don't know, but they're free. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Just get it.
Anyway, 1 in 3 former NFL players believe they have CTE by Judy George, MedPage Today, September 23rd, 2024. A recent survey of former NFL players found that 1 in 3 believe they have CTE, which is a brain condition linked to repeated head injuries. So chronic traumatic encephalopathy,
CTE.
I just said it right, can lead to memory loss, confusion, and changes in behavior. About 25% of those who thought they had CTE also reported feeling suicidal. This highlights the mental health struggles some former players face after years of playing football. CTE can only be diagnosed after death, so these players are basing their concerns on their symptoms and experiences. The findings emphasize the need for better awareness and support for retired athletes dealing with brain issues, which stay tuned because we will be talking about CTE in the future. So yeah, it's just now that we're in football season, it's very much in the talks, and we're only seeing it more and more.
Yeah, no, there's a famous football player. Sorry, guys. I don't know people by names. I like football, but I just don't follow it that closely. But there's a couple players, one in particular, I cannot remember his name for.
Wait, is it the guy from the Dolphins?
Yes, it's the guy from the Dolphins. Yes, yes,
Tua.
yes. Tua. Yes. Okay.
I only know
How did
that-
I not know my own
And
Dolphin team?
and how did I know?
I don't know that either. So, guys,
Me, I don't know football.
when heads come together,
I
they
know.
can figure things out. So yeah, Tua, he
Yes, I only know
like-
that because Mario told me.
Yeah, because he's like, God damn it, our freaking player now he has this, he can't even go back because it's a it's a big thing.
Yeah,
exactly. And he had a concussion, then he had a repeat concussion.
yes.
And every single time that this happens, it gets worse the second time or third time around, which we're going to talk about that in our episode, so stay tuned. But yes, so this is a big thing, and I love that this is bringing attention and awareness. Because
It's serious.
it's serious. It is a really serious thing.
It's really scary. We're
You
gonna
don't want
talk
to be like 50 and going and having dementia.
I already did like the majority of the research on it, and everything that I've seen, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible what it does to your brain, and especially like post-mortem when you're like actually examining the brain itself. The difference from like a brain with no CTE to CTE is like,
Well, it is a traumatic brain injury. Yeah. It's not just
it's
not hit on the head. It's
constant,
trauma,
too.
the same thing. Like if it was like if you got into a car accident or someone hit you on accident, or if you had like a ball like coming like straight at your head. So, and imagine constantly.
exactly. Because yeah, like you said, an accident, car accident, that's like one.
Every single time I see someone get tackled up, Jesus Christ, like I can't. And the way that they get tackled, it's terrible.
Oh my God,
Terrible.
Jesus!
Oh, there
How
was
do
a
you even get
player.
up?
There was a player, and I have it like vividly, like in my brain, the video of the player when he got hit. He got hit so hard that he actually went like in a decorticate like position. So anytime that you have like a brain injury, you either like stiffen or you can have like certain postures that you get because your brain just got hit really hard. And on the field, he just like totally like went into this like stiffness.
Oh my God!
And I was like, we are literally
seeing
it in action right now, what his brain is literally going through.
Oh my God! Yeah, and that's just horrible.
I wish I knew the names of these players. I'm sorry, people. But anyways, okay. So gamification offers youth some benefits in ADHD and depression. But this is by Michael Depew Wilson. It was on MedPage Today on September 23rd, 2024. A recent review found that using game-like interventions or gamification can help young people with ADHD and depression. These tools provide small but positive benefits, such as improving attention and reducing symptoms of depression. While the effects aren't huge, they are significant enough to show that integrating games into treatments might be a helpful approach in managing these symptoms. In young people, the gamification offers a fun and engaging way to complement traditional treatments, making it easier for children and teens to stick to their therapies. This is so good.
I love this. I love this because it's intervention that is not medication. You know, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like for my kiddo, it works. Like my kiddo, they've diagnosed him with ADHD. He's not on medication. I'm not going to put him on medication. He's only 6 years old. There's a million other things that I could do on that. I have ADHD. I've probably had it my whole life.
Yeah.
Made it through. I'm fine. You know, we could figure it out. He's in tutoring and all that stuff. And a lot of things that at least the tutors are including is something like this.
Yeah.
Like trying to use games and stuff like that into tutoring, and it works.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to switch things up a bit and see what sticks. And I'm glad to see it. Anyway, so New York reports death from EEE after first case diagnosed in nearly a decade. So this is by Mary Katos. I feel like she's another one that we report a lot. September 23rd, 2024 on ABC News. So New York recently reported its first death from Eastern equine encephalitis in nearly a decade. EEE is a rare but serious virus spread by mosquitoes. Check out our mosquito-borne illnesses episode on that. That's another oldie but a goodie. Often leading to brain inflammation. About a third of people with some severe symptoms die, and survivors may suffer long-term health issues. There's no vaccine, so prevention is key. Avoid mosquito bites by using insect repellent and covering up, especially at dawn and dusk. this marks a growing concern as cases have increased across several states this year.
Yeah, and so many mosquito-borne diseases have been skyrocketing, and I think it has a lot to do with climate change
100%.
and all of that. Mosquitoes can now thrive in other places that maybe couldn't thrive that much before. So that just means that these mosquito vector-borne illnesses are going to just skyrocket as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so scary.
I know.
Seeing these type of things.
New York.
Yeah.
I feel like this would have been a little bit more normal, quote unquote, to see it like here, Florida or something like that in the Caribbean. But you're seeing it in places that are typically like less with that concern.
Yeah.
And it's climate change. Yeah.
So scientists discover microplastics in the olfactory bulb of the human brain.
Isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful. So written by Jessica Freeborn on September 23rd, 2024, and this is on Medical News Today. Scientists have recently discovered microplastics in the olfactory bulb of human brains, okay, specifically in 8 out of 15 human cadavers.
Can you imagine that scientists doing that? Like trying to figure out, like, what is it? The last thing that you're going to probably be thinking of is microplastics.
Yeah.
Until you put it under a microscope and you're like, oh, holy fuck.
These microplastics, small plastic particles, likely enter through the nasal passage and may have traveled into the brain. The study raises concern about potential health effects of microplastics, which have already been found in other parts of the body, such as the blood and in your lungs and in the urine.
And it was in sperm, too.
Yes, exactly. And then although the exact impact on brain function is still unclear, obviously, right? We haven't had enough time to really like figure out what does this mean. The discovery highlights the growing issue of plastic pollution in our bodies. Julie was actually the one that told me to get rid of all plastics, and I'm slowly making
you're doing good.
I'm slowly making that change, even though this is probably plastic.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as it just reduce. Like you can't. We live in a world that you can't get rid of it completely. With like my Stanley, fine. Yeah, all of this is metal, but this is plastic. I'm drinking from a plastic straw. But just try to reduce. And as soon as something starts degrading, looks a little iffy, get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out. Like before, our parents, my mom was infamous of reusing the Tupperwares until they had a hole in it.
Yep, same.
And it was like discolored with the spaghetti.
I literally had family wash red Solo cups.
Exactly.
And so, I'm like, excuse me, they're disposable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like literally Tupperware that you see it degrading. You see like the flecks of plastic. Mm-hmm. So don't do that. Don't do that, you know?
I just want to switch everything to Pyrex.
Yeah. I mean, at least now in my house, I was able to slowly, because it is expensive. I get it. But go to TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Like,
there's places.
Ross
has a bunch of them. And they come in like these big stacks of them. And then just like start.
I'm doing it slowly. I didn't like it.
You can't. But like as soon as one degrades, dump it. And then you substitute it for a glass one and whatever. And it helps. I think they're cleaner too. Like, I don't know. That's just me personally.
No, definitely.
You know?
I think that's you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're like,
we're like, which one? Why can't we keep track of it today? And today we're like not keeping track of it.
I know.
Anyway, Minnesota reports rare human death from rabies.
Oh my God. I didn't send this to you. I took a screenshot. Hold on.
Guys, we just did a rabies episode and then this came up on the news. I was like, what the hell? What?
First Marburg virus disease outbreak. Okay.
What's that?
It's in Rwanda, so it's not here yet.
But still.
But it's a field virus, just like rabies.
Get the fuck out.
Yes.
And how's it
passed? Through same thing, like the
through
rabies.
dogs.
Like, no, well, bites of infected. So just like contact, so physical contact of something that has it. So saliva, blood, anything.
But
like
where's like the origin? Like what type of animal does it or like mostly come from? Like rabies mostly comes from dogs. Like is it like a bat? It's probably gonna be like a fucking bat again.
I don't know. I'm gonna send this to you because I saw this.
Yeah.
It was on October, so maybe we can include it on our October recap.
Yeah.
Send it to because we just did the rabies talk.
I know. We just freaking did it.
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
This is from the CDC. This is a health alert. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Absolutely bonkers. That's why like we had just done the rabies. Yeah, the whole last episode, which was another good one. Check that one out. And then this came out, and I'm like,
it happens to us.
It happens to us so often. Anyway, so Yeah, so the Minnesota reports were human death from rabies by the Associated Press on September 27, 2024. So a Minnesota resident has died from rabies after being exposed to a bat. This like really like goes against my whole bat.
They're not cute.
In July 2024, making a rare event since fewer than 5 rabies deaths occur annually in the US. The individual over 65 years old didn't receive timely treatment, and rabies is nearly always fatal when symptoms appear. Health officials are urging people to avoid contact with bats and to seek immediate medical attention if you're exposed or even if you suspect it, okay? Rabies treatment is highly effective if started before symptoms emerge. That's why it's so important. Even if you have an inkling, like you think maybe there's a slight 1% chance,
Get the rabies vaccine.
get it checked.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, that was the recap for this past month. A lot of important stuff. It was hard to condense, and that's me condensing it. But this one was just had a lot of good freaking stuff to it. So
Yeah.
anyways, I hope you guys
Still think
enjoyed
bats
it.
are cute?
I do. I mean, that was just an asshole that was infected. Not all of them are infected. Not all of them have rabies. That's like saying raccoons. All raccoons have rabies.
All raccoons have rabies.
No, they don't.
Okay. That was our episode.
Okay.
I'm never going to convince her that lizards are ugly.
No, lizards are not ugly. MR actually wants a lizard. So we may have a lizard soon.
Don't.
I want to get the little cute gecko with the big eyes.
I don't know about that. Anyways. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Funny Medicine Podcast. Check out our Etsy shop. I will have it linked on the show notes of anywhere you're listening or watching this. It really helps support the show in any way possible. You could also buy us a coffee on our link tree if you feel so inclined. Clearly,
Thanks, guys.
it does get used because we do drink a lot of coffee. So
You're just helping us in the future stay healthy, just like we just recapped on this episode.
clearly. Hey, anyways, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.